James Conner can't do what Le'Veon Bell does in terms of providing matchup nightmares standing in the slot. Does it even matter anymore, Steve? I mean, do the Steelers need Le'Veon Bell the way that James Conner is producing, Steve?
You know, Lev Bell, I love him. He's a Spartan, okay? There's my reference. Mark that one down. They won yesterday, too, Rich.
Here comes the mooch bus.
So I hope it all works out for him. But right now,
Sure.
It doesn't look like they really need him. James Conner is replacing him in terms of production, yardage, scrimmage yards, the whole thing. In fact, James Conner's 9 rushing touchdowns. That's the most Lev Bell's ever had in his career. And James Conner has more forced missed tackles than any back in the league. That means he's got a lot of make-you-miss, all right? So Lev Bell, he was better as a pass receiver. But what's happening, how are they making up for his loss? Antonio Brown is catching more touchdowns. He's got 8, and he only had 9 all of last year. So they're making up for it in other ways. Right now, you take Lev's salary, if he was there, and James Conner's salary, you take James Conner.
Yeah, but that's kind of what you look at also, though, Coach. You start thinking about, okay, how's this offense being run? Now, you know, in the first 4 games, Ben Roethlisberger was leading in passing. He was throwing the ball all over the field. He wasn't handing it to James Conner, and they was losing football games. And in the last 3 games, they're starting to hand the ball off. Now, you start saying, okay, well, now he's running well. You still haven't heard anyone say he's the best back in the league. You're talking about one of the best backs in the league. Are you guys not watching what Todd Gurley's doing? Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell are mentioned in the same breath.
Careful.
In the same breath.
That's a breath.
You want that dude on your team. Not saying this kid isn't doing great. This kid has been having a great year, and God bless him, and his story is great. And trust me, I'm going to make money off his story, because off season, I will be talking his story and inspiring people and motivating people. But Todd Gurley and Le'Veon Bell in the same breath. You talk about the baddest backs in the league. When he comes back, you take him back. That's just the bottom line.
Yeah, and I look at who are the best teams in the league that we're talking about? The Chiefs, the Saints, the Rams. There's a multitude of riches with all of those teams. Those teams that we say are the best teams in the league are the teams that are scoring because they have weapons everywhere. Do you need Le'Veon Bell? Yes, because he's one of the best players in the National Football League. I don't care what James Conner's doing. He's playing great. Great. Give me another back. Give me another guy. Give me somebody else that I can throw to, because these teams that are so tough to defend are the teams that have weapons everywhere. If you take away one guy, there's somebody else that can beat you. Le'Veon Bell forces you to take away a lot of different things that opens up everyone else on the football field.
And how does he help you?
The Steelers need Le'Veon Bell.
But how does he help with calling the games? Also, Rich, every defense coming in and saying, we got to stop Le'Veon Bell. The defense is now coming in and, hey, we got James Conner, but we got to watch his passing game. So now they're scheduled differently. He helps you play checkers. Helps you play chess while everybody else playing checkers, because you know the defense is going to stop Le'Veon Bell, and I can build my offense off that.
Now, that's all well and good on paper, right? Or in film rooms. But you got human beings. He's going to stroll back in this locker room. He's going to stroll back in this locker room. What happens? Can you run a 2-back set with these guys? What happens? How do you split that up? What happens? You don't think there's going to be guys in the locker room that are going to be thinking one thing or not? I mean, and the Steelers are humming along right now. You don't think that this is going to be an issue, at least for maybe a week or 2? Maybe not when January rolls around, but I don't know. That's why I'm asking you guys. You guys are the ones in locker rooms and coaching and playing with these guys.
It's not just can you play them both and all that. He kind of let his team down. Okay, I know it's a business decision. Everybody's got to take care of themselves, but he held out on his team. They needed him, and I think there's going to be a little residue from that.
What do you think?
I believe he's going to be accepted back in when the time comes, is that the players are going to say, hey, I know, we didn't like the way he did it, we didn't agree with it, but he's back here and he's our teammate, and he helps us to do what we're trying to accomplish. And at the end of the day, it might have been mad that he didn't come in at the right time, but players understand the business side of it, and they're going to see that. And then when he gets back there, come on, let's go. We're rolling now. We're going to add you to the mix, and we're going to make a roll, and we're going to try to win a championship with you here.
Right, and trust me, he has guys that he's been talking to in that locker room It's not like he's not talked to anybody anywhere. He has friends that he's talked to in that locker room, and those friends have been walking around that locker room keeping it cold, keeping everything warm until he gets back.
Well, I'm not saying that he's going to fracture the locker room coming back. What I'm saying is that football's going to have to be split up. He's going to get what he wanted by less tire tread for the next team. But the question is, you guys all say that, when you have two quarterbacks, you have none. They're going to have two bell cow, every down, multi-purpose, yards from scrimmage running backs, and we'll see how it plays out at some point. But for the moment, the Steelers are going to be in Baltimore, and then it's a short week. So, it seems like maybe Le'Veon Bell, he doesn't show up Monday, he's not going to play Thursday. Even if he shows up today, it doesn't look like he'll be there for week number 10.